Hello guys, welcome to another car edition of the WrestleCast. I figured it's kind of good to be doing these episodes in the car. I'm going to try it without the light. Who cares? It's dark. I like it. I'm going to try to get this review out of the, preview out of the way. Just to be clear, this is kind of a low point for me for the WWE product. I haven't been watching it that often, and I didn't even look at the highlights from Raw on Monday. It is currently Wednesday, so what my whole thing is I've just been kind of, I don't know, focusing on other things, focusing on my music and everything, and getting some projects together this summer and everything, and I'm on a mission. I am on a mission that really doesn't involve wrestling or being highly invested in wrestling. Now, what do I mean by that? It's just personal life stuff that I want to try to focus on rather than, the whole wrestling thing. As far as devoting time to being into wrestling. Okay. So, anyways, but I'm going to get previews and reviews, just like all other episodes and stuff. No promises on any non-pay-per-view related episodes right now. But anyways, let's start the review for, not review, wow, I'm out of it, preview for Payback. This is a pay-per-view that has come way too soon after Extreme Rules. I think Extreme Rules was a decent pay-per-view I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was, but it was pretty good. And they have a lot of things that just rehashing from that. Except the main event will be a little bit interesting, but we'll get to that. They're actually going to have a kickoff show match with the Ascension, which I have stated before that I love the idea of the Ascension. I love their look, but good God, they cannot wrestle. They cannot wrestle to save their lives. And it's a shame because matched up against Curtis Axel and Damian Sandow, which I think the only guy in that sort of pool of the tag team right there, the tag teams, is Sandow. And apparently he's now he's Macho Mandow, which I didn't know that they did that with his character. I guess when Macho Man was getting into the Hall of Fame, they had all the superstars do all the, the best Macho Man impressions, and apparently Sandow did a good one. Like I said, I haven't seen anything on Raw or any of the TVs about this, so I don't know if it's a waste of his character or it's keeping him alive because he's staying comical. I just think when he broke off from The Miz, I think he was over enough just being Sandow that he didn't need another character. But, yeah, the match is going to be garbage. Not really looking forward to this match. It's going to be garbage. King of the Ring winner, Barrett, Wade Barrett, or King Barrett now as he's calling himself, against Neville. I think this is going to be a great match. Rematch from the kickoff. The kickoff one from Extreme Rules. I think this is going to be a great match. Basically, that's it. I mean, I think he's found a good person to work with for now. And I like they're doing the whole England rivalry thing. It's cool. That being said, we go on to Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus, which, I think they're going to go in the direction. I saw that Daniel Bryan was on Raw. I don't know what his update was. I will look at that tonight, I promise. So I don't know what the deal is with Daniel Bryan. What is the state of the IC title? What is it going to be? But basically, if they end up putting the title on one of those two guys, I'll be happy. I think Dolph Ziggler and Sheamus. I hope they add something new that they didn't last time. Like I said, last time was the Kiss My Ass match, which it was nothing out of the ordinary in the match. It just it was just a little lackluster for me as far as what was actually in the match, but the finish was pretty good. So I think Sheamus is living it up being a heel, which is great. Put him against a good face like Dolph Ziggler. They have good chemistry. Now let's go to the tag title match. This is probably going to be garbage again, even though it's 2 out of 3 falls match. I don't know. The tag team division right now is hurting. And they tried to bring up the Lucha Dragons into it. I'm serious. The way Sami Zayn was getting pops, put him and Neville together. I get it that it may not be what, they want, long-term for Neville and Sami Zayn, but it's fine. Like, I've been harping on the Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville thing. They have great chemistry. Put them together as a tag team. Let them revive a tag team division, because right now there's none. It starts and ends with literally nobody. Like, if you, because one of the Usos is hurt, so you have the Usos are out. That was their surefire, like, they were the John Cena's of the tag team division. Sorry, Usos, I like you, but you were John Cena's. You had Goldust and Stardust, they're gone. You had, Rybaxel, they're done. And this was only, like, 6 months ago, or whatever. You have the New Day, who are garbage. Just the idea of it is garbage. None of those guys belong in it. Like, if you have a tag team, just have them be Kofi Kingston and Big E. I like Xavier Woods as a manager, but have them be their manager, not kind of this third guy that kind of wrestles, Xavier Woods is good on the mic. Have him be the manager. Have their team just be Kofi and Big E Langston. Have them be their characters. Because right now, this New Day thing is so god-awful. And they put the titles on them. Oh, god damn. And then you have Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, which are honestly the best tag team. But it still doesn't say, like, classic, like, really good tag team to me. Man. This tag team division needs a boost. And then let's not forget about the fucking Ascension, who are garbage. I hate to say it. I mean, I love the premise of the Ascension, and they were over in NXT. They're just garbage, though. They're absolutely terrible. And the main roster audience is not looking past that. The NXT audience, although usually really good, didn't look past that. So enough of my ranting on the tag team division. I think this match is going to be garbage. 2 out of 3 falls. It's going to go way too long, and I know that. Oh yeah, who's going to retain? Like, I even fucking care. I guess the New Day is going to retain. I mean, if they're going to go with this whole New Day thing, I guess just go with it. Like, let them be the champions, whatever. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd deserve them, but what are you going to do? Because once the New Day drops the titles, that's it. Like, New Day's off of TV for another fucking 4 months. So you might as well keep them with the title. That way they can still kind of be heels. Kind of. They were meant to be faces, and Cesaro and Tyson Kidd were meant to be heels. But all of a sudden, you put them together, and the crowd reacts oppositely. Like you have to expect in today's WWE audience that they are going to react opposite of what, like, the way you project characters. Like, Batista's a great example. Batista was supposed to come in as a major face, come back, and have the audience love him. He came back, everyone hated him. So they went with it, turned him heel, and it was a success. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd were meant to be heels, and the New Day were meant to be faces. If you're gonna push that kind of thing, keep them away from each other. Because if you see the audience reacting opposite, you should change their character. It shouldn't be anything, like, dramatic. But, yeah, wow, I'm ranting on this tag title match a lot. And it's funny because I haven't even watched anything on the fucking WWE Network. Anyways, besides the pay-per-views, I haven't watched anything between, honestly. There's enough of that. I hope I'm not missing anything, but now we go on to a match that I don't know why they're doing it. I guess it's just someone different for the two of them to work, but it makes no sense at all. Ryback versus Bray Wyatt. I've given up on them writing good, sort of linear progression for Bray Wyatt. Even though he's my favorite dude. Oh, God, they need someone that knows how to write a cohesive story, because literally all these feuds are just kind of seem like isolated incidents. The guy went from wrestling John Cena to wrestling Dean Ambrose, amongst other people. And then the next big one was, like, The Undertaker. You go from The Undertaker to Ryback? So, like, why after you said, oh, I'm the new face of fear, blah, 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 I'm gonna beat The Undertaker. You said you're gonna beat The Undertaker, and then you lose to The Undertaker. Instead of being hell-bent on drawing The Undertaker back out and getting rid of him entirely, and, you know, like, instead of having him win and then just kind of let him go home, you go after Ryback? Why? Why do you go after, like, Ryback has literally done nothing on TV. He hasn't done anything to... Even as a character, his character doesn't conflict with Bray Wyatt's at all. And even the promos he's been cutting, they're not as good against someone he really does genuinely, like, have a problem with. Or that he finds himself similar to. Like Dean Ambrose. Oh my God, Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho. Good promos, because he found things that, like, he found, like, parallels in each of the characters. Even Undertaker, he found little parallels, and he sort of did commentary on it. Bray Wyatt is nothing like Ryback. And, like, the two characters, even in the wrestling realm, like, don't even match up. It is going to be the biggest clusterfuck of a match, but God help those guys, because you know what? They're going to probably put on one of the better matches of the pay-per-view, and it sucks because psychology-wise, it's like, what motivation, like, Ryback, like, Bray Wyatt is attacking Ryback and Ryback is retaliating by going, oh, you're just jealous because I come out here and I work hard every single day. But he's doing the John Cena thing. He works hard every single day to get the fans' admiration, and that's what Bray Wyatt doesn't like about him. But Bray hasn't said anything like that to him. He said, you know, that you're going to fear me. That's all he said to Ryback. I mean, maybe he said I think he said something about, you know, deep inside you're just like a scared little boy or something. But it's like, dude, that's so cliche, and, like, you know, you might have this tough guy exterior, but, like, you're the same, like, little boy inside. I kind of get it, but it's like, wow. I don't think he's even called Ryback out by name in any of his promos. Like, Bray Wyatt seems disinterested. And, like, he shouldn't be, because he gives 100% anyway. But, like, it's just the characters don't match up. I don't think this match is going to be good at all. And I just noticed I haven't been predicting any of the matches, simply because I don't care about any of the outcomes, except for the main event. Which I do have a prediction for. It's a bold prediction, but it's a prediction nonetheless. And so actually I have a kind of a split decision thing going on. So the Bray Wyatt Ryback match, I hope Bray Wyatt wins, because he needs a win. But again, that'll kill Ryback in whatever little momentum that he has as a face. So you're pitting two faces against each other. I just don't know, like, the psychology. Like, people are behind Bray Wyatt, but, like, yet his character is a definitive heel. He goes after the baby faces, but yet people cheer him. You got to find something that makes sense for this dude to do. You know, you have to find something that makes a whole lot more sense than just he goes after people because of reasons, because they're not freaks or anything. It's going to be weird. Anyways, we go to John Cena versus Rusev in an I Quit match. They're going to make Cena the superhero again. I don't think it's going to be a clean finish, so, like, Rusev's not going to cleanly say, I quit. I think it's going to be another Lana thing, where Lana comes out, and, like, Rusev passes out and whatever, and he's going to be unable to continue, and Lana says that he quits or something. I don't care, but I hope they pull out more extreme stuff for this matchup to make it so that it's more interesting, because I was not interested in Extreme Rules at all. So I think Cena's going over, because he's John Cena. So we'll see with that. All right, let's go. Main event time. The only match, again, that I care about, because it has Seth Rollins and Randy Orton and Dean Ambrose in it. And those are the three of the guys that deserve to be in the main event picture right now. I love the fact that they threw in Dean Ambrose to make it a Fatal 4-Way. And it seems like Payback tradition now that it's going to be a Fatal 4-Way at Payback, which is fine. You know, just don't make it the same kind of people every time, because Roman Reigns is in the Fatal 4-Way last year. So was Randy Orton. But I can look past all that. You know, it was Cena, Kane, Orton, and Reigns in the Fatal 4-Way last year. So, like, you gotta watch it, guys. You got, like, if you have the same kind of match every year at Payback, it's gonna be like, huh. It's like 4 years in a row, Orton was in the Payback Fatal 4-Way match. But anyways, I like where they're going with the Orton and Rollins feud. I like that Kane's still involved, even though, you know, people are tired of Kane. I get it. Reigns is going to be in there because, and Ambrose is the best thing to ever happen to this match. Why? My prediction, the title is going to be leaving with Dean Ambrose. Why? Because it finally gets us to a point that we've kind of zigzagged our way to, back to, hey, Ambrose hates Rollins because Rollins turned his back on the Shield. And I've been seeing a lot of things on the network and on WWE.com about, oh, the Shield this, the Shield that, remember the Shield, blah, blah, blah. I feel like they're going to come back together. It's going to be a triple threat at a next big pay-per-view, I think SummerSlam, triple threat match for the title. Rollins, Ambrose, and Reigns. It doesn't matter who has the title. But I think in the next year, all three of those guys are going to have the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I'm not a big fan of Reigns, but I am a big fan of Rollins the most. I think Ambrose, though, is the biggest star of the three. Even though I kind of like Rollins a little bit more as a character. And I don't know why there's a person behind me now with his headlights on. He's like, getting in my shot. Hey, thanks, bro. You're getting in my shot. But anyways, so let's recap. The matches are gonna be okay. I think the finish, I can't really say what the finish is gonna be, but I do think that Ambrose is coming home with the title. He has to, simply because I think that it's time for him to be the champion. And whether that means him going into another feud with Rollins, it's going to be good because, you know, we see at Money in the Bank, we're going to get Ambrose versus Rollins and make Reigns win Money in the Bank, or vice versa, have Reigns win the title at Payback and then have Ambrose cash in Money in the Bank. I'm telling you, I feel like that's what I would do if I was in the WWE. It's like, those three Shield guys, utilize them. They are this, like, when they were in the Shield, it was like, they're going to be the stars of tomorrow. Well, guess what? Tomorrow, it might not be when you exactly planned it, but they're the guys now. Because Cena got driven out of the main event, and now he's got a U.S. title on, and now they're making him look strong because reasons. And Orton is the veteran in that mix of guys. You gotta push the Shield guys because they're all you have right now. But I'm telling you, get rid of J&J Security. You know, and I get it because it helped him when he first became the Authority's heel and whatever. But get rid of J&J Security. You know, get rid of some things about Reigns' character. Let all three of them really go at it because of what happened a year ago. And it's finally going to all come to a head. I think that's the best way to do this. But I don't work for the WWE. So I can't say, like, oh, this is what they should do, this is what they shouldn't do. I'm not going to say that. All I can say is that WWE, I hope you are putting all your eggs into the either Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, or Dean Ambrose basket. I love Orton, and Orton is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. You know, but don't go with Orton, because he doesn't need to have the title right now. If anything, have him feud with Kane and stuff later. Or whoever, like, comes away not winning the title and facing Rollins at Money in the Bank. Or, like, something like that. Or put him in the Money in the Bank match whatever you have to do. But yeah, I think it's time for those three guys to. So I'm making a bold prediction. It's going to be Ambrose winning the title. So yeah, guys, that's my preview for Payback. I don't think it's going to be as good as Extreme Rules was, and as it is Extreme Rules, my expectations were pretty low for it. So, we never know. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video, which will be my review, hopefully coming up sometime next week after the pay-per-view and such, after I watch it. So thank you for joining me for another episode of the SG WrestleCast. I'm Skyler, and yeah, have a good day, everybody.